Hey, what's up, YouTube? Welcome back. Alright, guys. Earlier, I recorded this box, the size of it, with my iPhone, just to, I guess give you guys a glance at what's to come. And just to let you know, I did buy this from Halimaw. You guys should be familiar with that company. This is how much it costed to ship this thing. It's pretty big. It's a huge piece. And this huge box breaks into two boxes, which are really long. On this side, it included the Hulk with the base, and on this side included the modern Thor. So let me go ahead and I sort of broke it down for you guys just to give you guys an idea. So alright guys, here's the base. Anytime you buy a custom, let me let you guys know up front. Customs take particular collectors where you're not buying a digital sculpt. You're buying pretty much a one-of-a-kind sculpt, which there's not so many of them. So where I'm trying to get at is it's not a perfect piece. You will find flaws here and there. So this particular custom might not be for you. But as you can see, it's not no sideshow base where it shows a picture or a sketch or anything like that. These aren't numbered. Here, as you can see, the base. Most customs won't have this hole here for the statue. This one evidently does to secure it since it's such a tall piece. Here's the back end of it. So this kit, it's not a kit. This whole setup, you could get it separate with the Hulk by himself when it was released, or you can go ahead and get it with the Hulk versus Thor, the whole setup. Here you go with the foot peg for Hulk. So, like, I'll show you guys some close-ups in a little bit, just to give you guys the idea. So they actually labeled this as a quarter scale. I believe it's actually a 1/3 scale. Considering the size of this thing, it's just huge. They added this rod here for that's where Thor's gonna sit, and the hole on Thor is on his I believe it's on his right leg, on his right thigh. I'll go ahead and show that to you guys in a bit. Just like I said, these customs, you're not gonna find them perfect. I know you find them on eBay time to time again, and just like their listings say, it does have some flaws, like minor little issues like this. So, like I said, these customs take particular collectors who aren't so picky and want these custom pieces where you can get them in quarter scales or third scales, and companies like Sideshow and Bowen will never ever make anything like this. So as far as the paint goes, I think they did a great job, like on the muscles and everything else. I should point out, this statue was actually commissioned by Al. His name is Alcortez on the forums. He's actually a great guy. Another thing I wanted to point out, you know, for collectors who might be interested in customs, there's a lot of times where you'll have to put money up front, and it might take quite a while to actually receive the piece. So it takes quite a bit of patience, and I myself don't have that much patience, but in the long run, when you actually have it in hand, it's almost worth it. As you can see here on the Thor, the paint apps ain't no bone design applications, you know. Here you go on the back. And here's his thigh where that rod will go into for support. So it actually just slides right on. So that would be the whole sculpt right there. Let me give it a spin just to give you guys a look real quick. So this piece is actually really tall. I went ahead and brought a measuring tape also just to give you guys an idea. From the bottom here to the top of Thor would probably be maybe around 50, probably about 50 inches tall. So yeah, that's not bad. 4 feet 2 inches. I believe that's about right. So let me just go ahead and show you guys a few close-ups. Like here on a Thor's leg. Another thing I was gonna point out, you know, if you receive one of these from the Philippines and you know it's not broken, you're actually pretty lucky. Considering the shipping time takes so long and all that drama, so you know you really don't want to have to deal with having another one shipped out. And as you can see here on the paint applications here, you know, it's not perfect. So once again, this isn't digital sculpted. This is actually, I want to say hand sculpted. I'm not 110% sure. But as you can tell, you know, these are all hand painted, and not every single one will be perfect. Yeah, when you're talking digital sculpts, you know, a rough guess, a sculpt like this in maybe 1/3 scale Hulk with a Thor, you know, you're probably high at least maybe 8 to 10 grand just on maybe the piece by itself, and that's no copies at all probably. But you know, you would be receiving like a perfect piece, just as if I would want to point out Sideshow, but their pieces ain't that perfect either. So you'd be receiving a piece like Bowen Designs. Here on the hammer, it looks like maybe they tried to write what should have been on it, but I guess they didn't end up doing it. They just did it like that. This piece is very heavy. If I was to move it off this platform where I have it, I'd have to take off Thor and I'd have to take off Hulk and move it around like that. The base, you know, just like any Hulk display, you know, it has to do with like the pavement broken with his feet up in the middle. I think they did a good job on Hulk though. Overall, on Hulk, I think they did a phenomenal job. My whole my opinion on Thor is where I think, you know, there were a few mishaps as far as the paint goes and just the whole way they actually did it. But I think it probably does make it a little hard painting under the cape and to do all that work. But overall, I really like this piece just because I know no other company is going to design or sculpt a piece like this. So thank you very much, Al. And Halimaw, if you're watching this video, you need to improve your shipping status, and when payment is made, ship the item. Don't sit on it and get lazy. And you know, we are paying customers, and even though you guys are in the Philippines and we're here in the States, we're still paying customers, and we're what keeps your business afloat. And I would just hope, you know, your shipping department actually gets better. So other than that, every commissioner that deals with Halimaw are top-notch dudes, and I have much respect for them to come up with such great concepts such as this one. And that's pretty much it, guys. If you guys have any questions, feel free to post a comment, and I'll go ahead and get back to you guys. So alright guys, thanks for watching.